Alright, Mr. Gatekeeper here. Here we have a Black Widow 250. Black Widow Texas Star 250. And it's for my buddy Mr. Hobo, Mr. George. As you can see, the LED, the lamp for the power switch is not working. Okay, it works for the preamp switch, and it appears to work for the SSB, but not for the AM switch. Okay, so those are probably bulbs, possibly. The main issue to begin with was there's 4 washers for each of these screws that mount this board in here to the frame. Someone had took the board out and put the washers on top, so the board was sitting flat against the frame, which means it would be shorting out everything on the bottom of the board. Hopefully nobody applied power to it and blew these transistors, I'm hoping. The fuse on the power wire was not blown, so that's a good sign. But so I went ahead and got that out. Went ahead and replaced, got the washers put in there properly. And now what I am seeing is no voltage on the relay. Sorry about shaking around the camera, and sorry about the squeaking chair. I need to get that goddamn thing glued up somehow. I done sprayed it once and it didn't do the trick, so I'm gonna have to get in there and engulf some WD-40 on it. But we're getting voltage into the amp, but we're not getting any voltage. Well, there's 2 things going on here. You see, as you see, there's no voltage going to the actual lamp right here, and that's this tab right here, because that tab's not touching. That's one reason why whenever I get these older Texas Stars with the tabs like this, I always solder them to the pins. That's one of the first things I do, so I'll be doing that, and that lamp might come on after that. Yep, see that, how I'm pushing it onto it and it's coming on? So see, there's nothing wrong with that lamp, so that's good. But the problem is, even with that pushing there, it's still not sending power to the relay here. So we probably got us a blown trace up underneath, which I may not have spotted when I was putting the washers up under there. I may not have spotted that, so I'm gonna have to flip that back over. Probably have to take this out and flip it back over, possibly. Or I may just do the old wire trick to get power over to the relay. So I'm gonna go ahead and check that out and we'll be back. Alright, bud, it took me a quick second to notice it since it was so small, but I found your problem. Or at least we can say one of the problems. Alright, if you follow this trace right here, this right here is your positive pin of the relay. This is also where your 10 microhenry choke solders to. That's going to be carrying the DC bias to the base of the transistors. Okay, so this is the positive of your relay. You follow it, positive coil of the relay. You follow it down here. Okay, this is as well as what's sending power to all your lamps. Okay, see, it's hitting the leg right there for that one, that one, that one. This one right here, the SSB, it actually gets a ground when it's switched on. It already has a power from elsewhere. All right, right there to that lead. But take a look at this right there. You got a blown trace. Let you see a little bit closer. There you go. Alright. Now I was going to show you something else too, which I couldn't see until I took the board out. This bad boy's already had a trace popped up under the front that someone else has already repaired. See this black wire right there? That's from a trace that's actually popped up on the front. So I don't know. Maybe this box is the person that had it mounted with these on top and then tried to run it and kept popping traces from it being grounded out and fixed it like this and put it back in there again and maybe popped it on the power right here so it wasn't giving no power to the relay. Basically what that's keeping power from going to the relay or your bias. So the amp's not working at all just because of that little bitty trace pop that I just showed you. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that trace, man, and get this thing mounted back in, and let's keep our fingers crossed, man. Maybe there's no transistors blown, I hope. Alright, we'll be back. Yeah, I love Papa John's pizza, buddy. Alright, go on, let me get done with this video. Alright, we're back. Hold on, let me get done with this video, bud. Sorry about that little gatekeeper over there. Alright, we got the trace fixed for you, as you can see right there. Okay. I went ahead and cleaned it up for you a little bit, man. Look at that nasty gunk right there, man. Mixture of flux and oxidation. Yeah. Ugh. Alright, let's get this thing mounted back. Alright, Mr. Hobo. Alright, man. Took these lenses off here, man. The worn out ones. These letters tend to get worn out over time. And put you 4 new ones on there. And I had to change the bulb out in this one. Ooh, that thing's bright now. Alright. Put new power wires on here, as you can see. Put a grommet on right there. Let's see, we fixed that for you. You've had to change a few components around here. One was this output capacitor. Okay. There was a 465 on there. And the funny thing about these particular boxes is they're not exactly, they don't have a schematic on CB Tricks. Even though there are 250, the tune can change from time to time. So I just went ahead and put me a trimmer on there and just got the best optimum value and put that on there. It was actually a little bit lower, believe it or not. Alright, here's your bias voltage. I always like to check the bias before I key up any amplifier. Any Texas Star for the first time. Alright. Get down here to it. There we go. 0.67 volts. Perfectly acceptable. 0.67, 0.68 is where we want to be. Alright, man. We're going to hit this thing on the bench radio here and let you see what she's doing. You trying to get this thing by Christmas, we need to hurry up and get this thing done, man. Alright, we're on the 1,000 watt slug. Alright. Oh yeah, that's 100 bird. Oh yeah, just with the bench hitting it. Alright, this is PEP, just with the bench radio. Oh yeah, about 250 watts right there. Alright, show you with the AM in. Oh yeah, just a little bit less. Go over to RMS. This is like your medium, by the way. Oh yeah, about 80 bird. Input tune, input reflect. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, looks good. Alright, we'll hit it one time with the hot radio for you, man. We'll get this thing packaged up for you and get it out the door. Alright, we're doubling our input drive from 4 watts to 8 watts RMS. These are 2 Toshiba 2290s, 1,000 watt slug. Ooh, look at that right there, man. Look at that hobo, almost doing like 2 Toshiba 2879s, baby. Ooh, right there at 180 RMS. Good God almighty. Ooh, right there about 350 watts. Now, we are probably a little volted. Let's see what the volts drop to. Ooh, 16 volts, which is too high. I just want to do that quick burp for you so you can see what she was doing. you drop that down to about 15 volts, she'd probably still be performing about 300 watts or so, doing about probably about 160 RMS, I'm guessing, which is great for these 22290s. This thing's performing good. All right, brother, we're gonna get the top on here, man, and hopefully this thing will make it to you by Christmas. Mr. Hobo, I appreciate you, brother. We'll get you other amplifiers done as soon as possible as well. Bye-bye.